Welcome, dear viewers, to CouchWarrior TV on YouTube. I am the CouchWarrior, and you are watching Aranis Arcana, a Skyrim Let's Play. Well, welcome back, everyone. When we last left off, we had spent about a day and a half or so in Whiterun, offloading some junk, resupplying, and conducting some business. If you remember, we encountered, unfortunately, some vampires on the streets of Whiterun who killed a couple of citizens there. We also fulfilled a contract killing. We took out Heimskr, who is the rather prolific and annoying priest of Talos.
Hail, friend. It's good to see
And now we are on our
so
way
enjoying this
back to
fine day.
Falkreath. We're headed actually back to the Dark Brotherhood sanctuary in
Share a bottle
Falkreath,
of honey brew mead with
and we are going obviously on the road by way of Riverwood, so we'll be stopping off in Riverwood to actually see if we can build some additional gear.
Taste of sweet honey brew? Why, it's only the finest mead outside of Sovngarde. Its sweetness is like a fair maiden's kiss.
Yeah, it's not going to be haunting brew for much longer.
And it's got enough kick to put a frost troll on his hind quarters. But enough talk.
Yeah, enough talk.
Come, won't you share a drink with me and my companions?
No, thank you.
Cheers, my friend. May your adventures find you fame and fortune.
What I'm really looking to do, I guess, is we're going to make it to Riverwood and we're going to resupply. There were some things in Whiterun, if you remember, that I was looking for that I couldn't find. I believe it was a steel ingot. I just was interested in making a replacement dagger. I want to offload some additional items that I'm carrying and hoping that I can sell a couple more things here in Riverwood.
Glad to help any way I can.
Alright, let's go in here and see what's up. See what we can find.
The sooner you find the claw, the sooner our lives can get back to normal. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Okay, what does he have? Paper, we'll take that. Alright, what can I get rid of here? Anything else? Not so much. So the paper is valuable, if you remember, because there is a book associated with Cloaks of Skyrim that I would like to craft that will begin to open up or make available some of the cloaks from that mod for us to make. Okay, so there's the dagger. It's the Black Sacrament dagger that we made. I'm actually looking for another steel ingot so I can improve it. So hopefully our man over here has what we need. Let's take a look. Yeah, we just need a steel ingot on that one.
Whatever you need.
What do you have for sale, sir? Okay. What? God. No one has steel? That's a big deal. Here's the red leather we can create. That requires some hearts, I believe. Look at these grenades. I'm interested in making some of those eventually. Probably not yet, but eventually I could see those playing an interesting role in performing our assassinations, or actually, maybe not assassinations specifically, but dealing with some of the mobs that we encounter along the way. I'm beginning to wonder if there's anything I'm going to be able to do in this stop. Oh. If I make a few leather strips, I can do that tent upgrade I was talking about. And I can make the book now. I do have 2 rolls of paper, so we can go ahead and do that. Alright, now that we've done that, I have a number of different cape and cloak options available to me. Now I have to craft that book again to keep getting better and better versions of capes and cloaks. So I'll probably do that eventually. Here's hide. This is good. Look at all this good stuff we can make. So here we're going to go ahead and make the small leather tent and bedroll. That may be about all we can do here. However, I think I'll go back to Riverwood Trader and sell off my hide tent.
The sooner... Some may call this...
Regardless of the benefits of one tent versus the other, I just don't feel like I can afford to be carrying around 2. So I'm going to opt to just offload my hide bedroll and go with just the leather for now.
All right.
I think that'll do it. Okay, it's time to get serious about making some progress here. I think we're going to take a pretty direct route to the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary. I'm not going to do anything fancy here. Fleet is interested in covering as much ground as he can, so that's one of the reasons we travel light and we emphasize high stamina, is because Fleet is a runner. He is a runner. Our objective is always moving as quickly and quietly across the countryside as possible. I love doing that. It kind of evokes memories for me of those scenes from Lord of the Rings where they're making their long cross-country run. I see him as sort of sharing that sort of philosophy, right? Where you can go into places on foot that you couldn't take a horse, or you couldn't take if you rode by cart. And I think that would be fairly important for him, the idea of traveling light and being versatile. So that is what we are going to do. And in this case, there's some urgency about what we're doing. We fulfilled 3 contracts. There's a rumor that the Night Mother is returning, and we certainly wouldn't want to miss that. Fleet, that's going to be a very important event for him. Getting back to witness the arrival of the Night Mother is going to be something that probably makes him fairly excited, so...
What's a milk drinker like you doing out here?
Excuse me?
Go home with your mother.
That will not stand, sir. That will not do at all. Bring it. Bring it. 3 before you even get to me.
At your best, huh?
Come on. Come and get me. Chase me. So we're going to lead him up here. Let's go up here. We're going to loop around and put our back to this cliff so that if he gets close enough to take a swing at us, we'll just back right up off the ledge and buy ourselves some additional space and time. Oh, he healed. Wow, he's taking the shots. All right.
No more. I yield.
Okay, he's down. And the finishing touch. Good night. Fleet has reached the point where he is no longer a homeless vagabond who needs to wander the wilderness in rags and take crap from people. So he has sort of reached, I think, a point in his career and a point in his life where he has a sense of purpose, and that makes him confident and possibly more arrogant than when he started. I would think that as a child of privilege, he would have probably been quite arrogant to start with, but then have been humbled somewhat by his prison experiences and also his experiences here in Skyrim. A lot has happened since coming here. Now I think Fleet views himself as a man with a higher purpose and in service to a power that is greater than anybody around him. And I think that's probably going to feed his ego. So I think we can expect to see him maybe exhibit more of that mean streak.
Time to
Here we go. Is there another one? Or is he already dead? All right, that's good. We're going to snatch up this venom in case we need to make more black leather. I think that's an absolutely wonderful use of an otherwise useless ingredient found in game. Making dye. How cool is that? Look at this. That's a little creepy. Poor sap. Presumably the spiders were fighting over the dinner, right? What's she shooting at now? What are you shooting at, lady?
Guess it's all clear now.
Probably a rabbit. Big threat.
What a display of color.
Well, thank you. Okay, moving along. I don't know if how many of you have actually finished the Civil War quest line. I have completed it with 2 characters, and one of the things that I thought was really cool is after finishing that quest line, you'll have these camps spread throughout Skyrim that were formerly the camps of either Legion forces or Stormcloaks, depending on which side you were on. And a lot of those camps are still populated, or even if they aren't populated, in many cases the horses are still there. And I've done some kind of really cool Pony Express kind of things where I've been able to run up the road, steal a horse from a hunter, ride the thing till it was exhausted or got killed, and jump off and kind of run to the closest camp, grab another horse and keep going. I've done that a couple of times, and it's actually kind of cool because once I basically leave the horse, it will go back to the camp that it came from. So next time you come back, that same horse will be kind of sitting there waiting for you. Okay, I'm going to check out this barrow It's awfully close to the road, and it's awfully close to our sanctuary. I'm going to try to get a good view. I want to see what's in there, but I'm going to do it from a safe distance. So let's see if we can give it a tap with an arrow. Okay, we woke up something in there. And we wait patiently to spring our trap. Better to approach whatever is in there when it's dead. Look, it's a Spriggan. Can we hit it? Hold still. It's kind of behind this tree. Got her. All right, let's go check it out. There's my decoy arrows. That reminds me. In the last episode, if you recall, we were talking about the fancy bound bows that I had picked up. And I had indicated that the arrows would vanish because they essentially exploded on impact. What I discovered after reviewing the footage was that is not entirely true. Not all the arrows or not all the projectiles from those bows actually explode or shatter, which is strange. It's not consistent either way. What I discovered is that some of the arrows did indeed explode and vanish completely, while others I could see were visibly stuck in the victim. So I'm not really sure what the rules are regarding whether or not an arrow explodes and kind of vanishes into nothing. If you go back and review that episode, it's during the vampire attack that you'll see this. I used that bow. I was using the bound frost bow, and you could clearly see the arrows exploding on impact, but you'll notice that when I actually approach the dead bodies, there is a body of the master vampire that has 2 arrows sticking out of it, and they are obviously arrows from a bound bow. And no one else was shooting a bound bow but me, as far as I'm aware. So I'm not sure what that means. I would expect it to sort of be consistent one way or the other, but it appears to be intermittent, so I'm not quite sure what to make of that. But if you're interested in checking that out, check out Chapter 4, Part 7, and specifically the vampire attack. It comes about halfway through, and see for yourself. If anybody has any insights into the behavior of those bows, I'm interested to hear it. Otherwise, I guess it doesn't matter that much. I just found it strange that it didn't do one or the other, that it seemed a bit random. So, okay, we made it. We're back. Let's find out what's going on with our dark brethren, shall we? When we were here last, the rumor was that the Night Mother was on her way. But we were sent off by both Astrid and Nazir to fulfill these 3 contracts. And given that we're the new guy here, it's not like we can decline contracts.
But the Night Mother is mother to all. It is her voice we follow, her will. Would you dare risk
Hey, what's in the box?
disobedience? And surely punishment?
Keep talking, little man, and we'll see who gets punished.
Oh, be quiet, you great lumbering lapdog. The man has had a long journey. You can at least be civil. Mr. Cicero, I, for one, am delighted you and the Night Mother have arrived. Your
I know many people find Cicero annoying, but I
return to
love him.
tradition.
Oh, what a kind and wise wizard you are. Sure to earn Our Lady's favor.
You and the Night Mother are of course welcome here, Cicero. And you will be afforded the respect deserving of your position as keeper. Understood? husband?
Oh, yes, yes, yes! Thank you, thank you, thank you!
But make no mistake, I am the leader of this sanctuary. My word is law. Are we clear on that point?
Oh, yes, mistress! Perfectly! You're the boss!
Ah, there you are. Good. I was done speaking with that muttering fool anyway. We've got some business to discuss.
Do you have a contract for me?
I do indeed. You must go to the city of Markarth and speak with the apothecary's assistant. You'll probably find her in the Hag's Cure when the shop is open. The girl's been running her mouth. Wants an ex-lover killed. She's apparently performed the Black Sacrament. Her name is Muiri. I need you to talk to her, set up the contract, and carry it out.
Anything else?
Just do whatever the contact wishes. Be professional, represent us well, and get the job done. Since it's your first contract, I'll let you keep whatever Muiri pays. She'll be generous, I'm sure. They always are.
Well, that's mighty nice. I get to keep all the profits.
Really? A horker supplying 20 wood elves and a hatchet?
Boss. For now.
You hear that?
Treachery incarnate.
We obviously have
Then
a
there is
conflict
no
brewing
one to
here,
stand between
and
the hunter
I'm sure we're not the only ones that see it, but there's clearly a divide here between members of the Dark Brotherhood who are adhere to the more spiritual aspects of the order, and those that are more inclined to the secular aspects, if you will. So those people like Astrid, who kind of represent what I would say are the business interests of the Dark Brotherhood, and those like Cicero and Festus, who seem to embrace the more spiritual aspects of the Dark
What's the
Brotherhood.
matter? Can't handle what I'm throwing your way?
Oh, I got it.
You
Narfi
reek
is
of
dead.
Death, my friend. Congratulations. You slaughtered an emaciated beggar in cold blood. You are truly an opponent to be feared. Here's your payment.
I love his comments. They kind of crack me up. He gets progressively more complimentary.
Good.
Inodius Papias
And I
is
hope
dead.
you were careful in that lumber mill. Those splinters and rusty nails can be quite nasty. Your payment for a job well done.
Thank you, sir. And Batilde is dead.
Of course she is. I hear the mining business is extremely cutthroat. And those hours, the murder. I could do this all day. Here's
That's
your
awesome.
payment. I don't like
What are your
mimes,
thoughts on Cicero and the
minstrels,
Night Mother?
Thespians, acrobats, jugglers, troubadours, or tumblers. Flutists give me a headache. I particularly hate jesters. As a rule, I'm also not crazy about the corpses of old women. For the Night Mother, I'll make an exception. But Astrid is the only mistress I serve.
Do you have any more contracts?
I'm sorry, I don't. Come see me again later.
Okay. Well, dear viewers, I want to thank each and every one of you who performed the Black Sacrament. I've got quite a list of potential targets. I wanted to go through those targets right now. The first is Heimskr. We already eliminated him in the last episode. But next on the list I have Nazim. Nazim is a universally hated character because of his arrogant attitude, his elitist leanings. So Nazim seems like a good target. He's in Whiterun, obviously. There's also Carjo has been requested. He is a Khajiit warrior who escorts the Khajiit traveling merchant caravan between Riften and Dawnstar. He too is a legitimate target. The third one is Kirava. Most of you probably know her. She is the owner of the tavern in Riften. I believe she as well is a viable target. The next one on the list is Farengar Secretfire. And Farengar Secretfire is the court wizard for the Jarl in Whiterun. And at this point, I have to say Farengar is not a viable target, as he plays a rather important role in the main quest line for the dragons, which we have not started yet. So I'm going to have to say no to that one. The next one is Ulfrith Warbear. And normally I would say, yeah, he is a viable target, but given what happened in the last episode with his cohort at the blacksmith shop dying, I'm afraid that if I were to kill Ulfrith Warbear, I would have nobody to buy gear and supplies from. So I'm going to have to take Ulfrith off the list. The next one that was requested was Ulfric Stormcloak. Obviously, he's a good target, but I need to do the Civil War quest line. So I'm going to say yes to Ulfric Stormcloak, and at some point we will start that quest line. The next one on the list is Angrenor, Once Honored, and he is kind of a injured former soldier, possibly a drunkard that wanders around Windhelm. He is also a legit target, and I'm going to say yes to him. And the last request on my list was someone named Moira, who is actually a hag raven that lives in a place called Witchmist Grove, which is not far from the word wall that's in the middle of that, whatever that wasteland is. However, Moira is only a viable target if I do a particular side quest. And I haven't decided yet whether or not that is a side quest I'm going to do. So Moira I am on the fence about, but I'm leaving her on the list, and she's definitely a possibility.
Tell me, brother.
So that kind of wraps up our list for now. I thank you all those who performed the Black Sacrament. I have heard you, and I will be performing these assassinations as they present themselves or make themselves convenient or play into the storyline. Thank you very much for your submissions. Oh, and I should mention that I'm officially closed to new contracts. That's not to say I will not be taking new contracts in the future, but I want to eliminate some of these targets before I do that. Hello, Cicero. Let's meet the crazy man.
Hello, hello.
We need to figure out his role and his importance. We'll let him do the talking.
Ooh, so silent, so menacing. A true assassin of the old way. Cicero likes you. Oh yes, Cicero likes you indeed. The Night Mother's crypt in Breville was desecrated. Imperial province is ravaged by strife. Nowhere there is safe at present. So Cicero brought Our Lady to her new home. Here, this is the only sanctuary left in all of Skyrim, you see. Such was my honor as keeper.
What are the duties of the keeper?
Cicero takes care of Our Lady's body. Oils it, preserves it, keeps it safe. Makes sure nobody disrespects our matron's coffin.
Who is the Night Mother?
What? Who is the Night Mother? Oh, you jest. You jest with gullible Cicero. You, of course know that the Night Mother is our unholy matron. The undying spirit of a great woman who birthed the children of Sithis. And killed them in his honor.
Tell me about Sithis.
That's like telling you about the cold of space, or terror of midnight. Sithis is all those things. He is the void.
What can you tell me about yourself?
Me? Oh, Cicero is just the keeper. I keep. I look after our matron, you see, the Night Mother. I keep her clean and protected and happy. But I am not the listener. Oh, no. There is no listener. Not yet. But someday, I pray that one will come to hear her say the words.
The listener? What's a listener?
Oh, well, the listener is the only person the Night Mother speaks to. It is the highest honor attainable by a member of the Dark Brotherhood. Of course, Our Lady is dead, so she doesn't talk with words, since her lips are rotted. But inside the listener's head, I hear it's intimate. Ah, but there has not been a listener in years and years. Our Lady has not chosen Cicero, and certainly not Astrid, or anyone, but someday.
Very well. We are going to discuss the deeper meanings of everything we've learned here in the next episode. But for now, we have reached the end of another episode. Thank you for taking the journey with me, and until next time, may all that you do be swift, quiet, and deadly. And to all Skyrim assassins, I salute you. Silence is our battle cry. You've been watching Aranis Arcana, a Skyrim Let's Play. If you liked this video, please rate, like, and subscribe. For more information on this and other CouchWarrior broadcasts, visit me on the web at www.couchwarrior.tv.